Alright guys, well, good morning. Let's see, I've got a mess of stuff. So, getting a lot of things done. This thing would not shift well, it wouldn't stay in third gear. And so with the new valve body we threw in this bad boy, I kind of figured out why I was having such an issue with that. So, got a new shifter, bought a brand new B&M shift cable, and gonna have to figure out how, I'm not really liking the way that fits, but it fits. So it'll have to come kind of like that. So I went ahead and drilled a hole. I didn't really like where the hole was. I may drill just a totally different one. So the guy that owned it before me, he obviously put a plate in this bad boy for the floorboard. Now I have carpet that will eventually go in this thing, right? Because it is a street truck. I was gonna try to use this as my bump button, but I think what I'm gonna do is maybe cut these off and bring them forward. I gotta figure that out, but anyway, the trans brake is right there. So I looked at moving them maybe up to the steering wheel. The other day going down the track, this bad boy fell off right there. So and that was only on like 3 pounds of boost. Stupid thing comes flying off. So yeah, fun times. But anyway, out this morning working on that. So I'm gonna figure out a place for the old buttons and get the shifter set in and get the linkage all put in, and then I'll have to go up underneath and make sure. But I got the wastegate springs put in, so I tested those in the video that's coming out, and they were at 9 pounds of boost, 10 pounds of boost. So hopefully we can get this thing to spool a little quicker. And I got my alternator bracket. I made me a mint bracket that I will show you guys. And because who likes changing spark plugs with brackets in the way that you got to take off? So I anyway, I got it done. So it's in there. Jam that bad boy in there. And so if you can see over there, there is some tubing that is going to get to be made an X brace on this bad boy, and it'll go underneath the bed right here. So I'm gonna get that put in, and I'll show you guys how I'm doing that. But here's the bad thing. The bar, when I measured it the other day, this guy fit just fine. Now it won't fit. So if you see, the seat is like just a hair from locking. I measured it, it fit, and then it didn't. So, using my new Harbor Freight tool, but it didn't fit. So that was a little frustrating. And so here's the stuff for all of the shifter, B&M. It's a Pro Ratchet. I took the old cable, I took the old linkage off. It is the same, but anyway, I used the spacers that were originally potentially on this guy at one point, because for the Turbo 400 it does call for those little spacers, and that was the old cable. It is quite a bit smaller, as you can tell, just in general thickness. So that will get thrown on, and I'm gonna weld this guy on. It's gonna be my hook underneath, just so everyone keeps asking me, you can get a new grill. No, I don't think so. It's easy access to the transmission cooler, all that. So anyway, just a quick walk around. I started looking at the front end a little bit and looking at travel. This thing actually has some decent travel on the front end. And so anyway, hey, there's my little alternator bracket right here, so you can see this guy. What's funny is the LS exhaust bolts are different than the truck exhaust. So the truck exhaust are thicker. I kind of wish it was a truck exhaust, but as you can tell right here, there is no clearance. And so the LS is the LS3, the LS3s are the only ones that will fit in these S10s the way they tuck in. I think there's probably another one in our Rainier that might fit, I've heard. But anyway, that definitely fits. And now my alternator's great. And my water pump should hold, and it shouldn't get hot. So I broke another one of these little T-clamps the other day. Cheap China, you know, junk. But, I mean, it's kind of held in place. I need to tighten that bolt down a tad so that it doesn't move and all that good stuff. Just got a lot of little things. I'm going to go make a test hit once I get this, you know, kind of looking up underneath here. I've never realized how much room don't have underneath the hood once that hood shuts. People say you can't fit a truck intake on these things, but I don't know. You might could. I mean, you kind of see there's some room in there. I don't know. They say they flow better than these LS F-body GTO intakes. I'm not sure. So anyway, there's I got the tabs for the seat belt. I'm gonna put the other seat belt in for the passenger, and that's what I'm up to. Got to get that radio put in because the other day it come out, so it was in my lap going down the track. Not good. So anyway, there's what I'm working on today. So I'll bring you guys back up to speed in a little while.